What's good, y'all? We're live here at the Hip Hop Happy Hour. I think Brad's having some technical difficulties there, so we'll give him a moment to kick in. Oh, there he is again. Oh, by myself, I guess. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Let's see if we can get him back live here in a second. See what we got going on here. Him and his caveman technology, I think, are biting him in the ass right now. What's good? You live? I'm live.
What up, y'all?
There he is.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Hip Hop Happy Hour podcast. I'm your host, as always, Brad Baily. Got my co-host, Charlotte Mental, in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Can't complain, man. Loving life, you know what I mean?
I feel you. Just another day in paradise, man. Just another day in paradise. But sorry for that little technical glitch. We started getting going, but we are going. You know how we do. We do it live, so things happen. But I want to bring up our guest tonight. I am like super excited for this one. This man's first album was a soundtrack to my teenage years, my late teenage years. And yeah, without further ado, man, we're going to bring him right up. Flatbush, Brooklyn, Rampage, the last Boy Scout, the first lieutenant of Flipmode squad. Let's bring him up. Rampage, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this.
What's going on, fellas? What's the word? What's the word?
Chilling, man. Glad to have you on.
How
Oh
you
man,
doing, bro?
thank you, man. I'm glad to be here, man. On the happy hour, y'all already know what it is.
I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for being on. Appreciate for everything you've done for the hip hop community and the culture, man, for real.
Nah,
But I want
salute,
to start.
salute.
I want to start off by, for the people that might not know who you are, which I'm sure there's not many, but for those little few that might not know who you are, tell us who you are and what you're about.
Already know. It's your boy Rampage, first lieutenant of the Universal Flipmode squad. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I
Yeah.
said, man. If nobody knows who you are, they need to get familiar. They need to get familiar.
Exactly.
I
Or
want
they
to
don't
ask.
need to, or they don't need to be on the happy hour. You know what I'm saying?
Get him out.
Exactly. I want to jump right into it. Like, you've been on both sides of the hip hop game. You've been in that mainstream eye when hip hop was in its golden era, and you're an underground independent legend. How was it juggling both sides of the business like that?
Well, you know, only certain people could do both sides. You just gotta understand it. If you don't understand it, then you can't do both sides. Then you stuck. And I never been a man to be stuck. I've been a man to always go to the next level. I've been a man, having guidance and being a part of something that's, way bigger than money. You know what I'm saying? And being a part of a group like Flipmode Squad, which, when it's time to, transform Voltron, we transform. We able to do anything that we want to do, far as the music, far as going to the next level of the game, and again, just coming from a very, very good background. The LONS family tree background, the Buster Rhymes background. Anybody that knows those type of backgrounds, you'll be able to match up what we can do. You know what I'm saying? And we still going. It don't even stop.
Yeah, man, that's dope. That's dope. It's crazy too because I mean, you were around for like he said that like the '90s heyday of everything. I mean, I've seen pictures with you and Biggie, and like, so you've obviously, you've seen the eras and been
Right,
through
right,
that
right,
transition through them all, which is dope.
right.
Because
I
not a
know
lot
how
of
to
people.
survive. I know how to survive. I'm a survivor. You know what I mean? When people were supposed to drown, you know, I didn't drown because I understood that it wasn't personal. It was just it was just business. When them things got hectic for a lot of people, I never did what they did. I just stayed humble and I stayed true to myself. And I never compromised myself. I never compromised my skill. I never compromised my artistry. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah,
That's dope, and that's
you've
me as
always
an artist.
you've always stayed sharp. Also, you've always stayed hella sharp. You've always given out that same vibe. You've never changed who you are through your music too, and that's a compliment because you've been in the game for a long time, and people
Right,
will switch up. People will
right.
switch up and sell out if they get that opportunity.
It's
I'm
just
sure.
like my favorite artists ain't coming with it no more. I'ma just keep it real. A lot of my favorite artists, they not coming with it. A lot of my favorite artists, they got problems and issues. A lot of my favorite artists or our favorite artists, you know, they don't know if they're coming or going. You know what I'm saying? So again, no diss to them, but again, you gotta be able to change up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to the dodge the weather, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of our favorite artists never could dodge the weather. This is why their careers is falling off, or this is why they're not coming back with the classic stuff that we know them for. You know what I'm saying? They're scared to change. You got to be able to understand the weather, and you got to be understanding how to change. So once you understand those lines, being in the music business today, if you don't understand that, then you're done.
Yeah, man.
So you got
Yeah, man. I'm obviously, like I said, you've obviously seen a lot. Now, I heard here or there in a couple interviews and stuff with other members of the group that there may be a Flip Mode Squad album in the can right now that just hasn't been released yet. That maybe one day we'll ultimately get blessed with, perhaps.
Yeah, you definitely gonna get blessed with it. So the Flip Mode album, just to definitely talk on that. Definitely the rulership movement is done.
Go.
So everybody just gotta stay tuned and remember this. I know everybody want to hear it today or tomorrow, but you just gotta stay tuned because you know how we do it. We come when we want to come. We don't come on everybody's time. Everybody's like, oh man, it's not happening, whatever. Well, you just gotta stay tuned and fix your face. But it's definitely happening.
Go. And I think it's all about timing a lot of times too. You know what I mean? You gotta.
Everything's about time. And look, you wanted some of your favorite people to come back. They came back and they dropped the ball.
Yep.
They didn't deliver.
absolutely.
And then remember, they didn't change with the weather.
No.
But us, man, watch when you hear this album.
I can't wait to hear it.
I can't even describe it. Just know shit is gonna get technical on everybody.
That's dope. Yeah, I know a
Pinnacle.
lot of fans have been waiting a long time too. They've been waiting a long time for that album to
And
be coming out.
it's like you're waiting for a Pink Floyd album. It's like you're waiting for a Bon Jovi classic. It's like you're waiting for a Grateful Dead. It's one of those. But when we
I think,
deliver, it's gonna be on time.
and that's one of the things that all these young artists don't understand nowadays when they're putting out music so fast. Is they, like you said, they drop it. Even the young dudes, the legends, they're all dropping the ball because they're all looking for that instant gratification, that instant hit. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
They don't want to drop a classic.
and a lot of them don't take their times, and some of them is coming with their second and third albums, and a lot of that shit is trash. I'm gonna just keep it real. This shit is butt ass. It's trash, and you don't want to short the consumer. You know what I'm saying? You might as well not drop if you think you're gonna, shortchange the consumer. You know what I mean? So again, we all hip hop kids. We know if this shit is dope or we know if that shit is didn't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this shit is didn't. They didn't deliver on this one. Damn. I'd rather them not put that shit out. You know what I'm saying? They should have just waited.
Especially legends, because they tarnish their legacy. Eventually, they're gonna keep putting out, that mediocre trash, and people are just gonna stop respecting them, and they fall down on people's lists. So I know those are all subjective opinion, but still, that's what people always talk about. They talk about who's the best, and some of these dudes that were up on the people's top five ain't in the top 10 no more.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and that's
but
on them because they rushed that shit out. And then when you heard it back, it wasn't sounding like the first album or it wasn't sounding close to it. Now you just giving us that did into that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you hear this new Flipmode shit, it's gonna get technical on everybody. Everybody gonna get that shit. Definitely.
I want you to take us back to the formation of Flipmode and tell us how that all came about, because you guys have a lot of talent, a lot of heavy spitters from all over New York, and you guys came together. And like you said, you guys formed like Voltron. And how did Voltron come about?
Well, you know, it started with me. I'm first artist to to put out anything out with the logo and with the production company, which was Flipmode, Rowdy, and Arista. And the first song I ever put out was called "Beware the Ramsack." Nobody else had a deal but myself. Um, had some years to go, you know. It originated from one of Buster's verses and scenario. Want to get flip mode because I'm in the mood. Yeah, man, that's how it goes. So off the scenario, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it originated from. Then, you know, Buster always had his ideas, and, you know, every time he said he got something going on, you would definitely want to take him serious. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of those, you know, back then when he was like, yo, I'm starting the split mode thing. I need some people. I need a unit. You know what I mean? And I said, you know, here I am, cousin. I'm rocking with you. You know, every time Buster says something or he mentions something, it always come to pass. And that's one thing we have to pay attention to our legends and some of our older brothers and sisters, because they've been there and they see things. And when I didn't even see things in myself, Buster would say some things and it would come to pass. So he like, yo, I got this flip mode thing popping off. Anybody anybody with it or anybody else's want to be down? I'm on the tour bus with leaders of the new school. And he's like, yo, anybody want to be down? I was like, you know what, cousin? I'm in. I didn't know what it was, but I told him I was in. So because again, I was walking by faith and understanding certain things is about to change, and I saw things changing, and now I'm glad I made that decision because I'm here talking to you guys. So again, remember that shit about weathering the storm. You know, he saw some things then when everybody was on that bus, nobody got it but me. So I guess I was the only one that weathered the storm. And then next thing you know, we you know, Spliff Stars pulls up and he's in. And then next thing you know, Lord Have Mercy pulls up and he's in. And then Rod Digger pulls up and she's in. And then Baby Shan, we go to Queens at a Rampage video shoot, then he's in. And it was just it just kind of fell into itself. It's like, you know, and those who is in the group, those are the ones that really believed it and made it happen. It was some energy there. It was some vibes there. It was just, it's like every time we connect, we just form. It wasn't about no money. It was just, you know, everybody got a certain type of skill, but it wasn't we battling in each other. It was just, it just formed an alliance. You know, it was just, it just felt good. It was a good feeling, and every time we together, we always feel this feeling. And again, it's not about money. It's about love for one another, and it's about, you know, helping your brother or your sister pull together, and we do this just one alliance, one group type of thing, and then it turned into many things. It turned into a family tree. You know what I'm saying? So again, it wasn't about money, it was about a feeling. You know what I'm saying? So now you have Busta Rhymes, Rampage, Rod Digger, Lord Have Mercy. You got Split Star and Baby Shan. Like nobody else could fit that. We couldn't add nobody. Yo, y'all should add me to it. Nah, we couldn't add you to it because it wouldn't work. That's like you got a flower and you putting water on it and it just don't work. The flower won't bloom because it just don't fit. Everything just, I know you've seen some miscellaneous members, but they can never fit because they wasn't the right element. You know what I'm saying? So you seeing the original. So
You
yeah.
can hear the camaraderie through the music. You can tell that there's a vibe that brings you all together, and
Right.
that's a great thing because a lot of groups, man, that from that time too, they didn't last, and they
Right.
didn't stay together, or they're fighting, or they took each other to court, or I'm sure you've seen it all.
And Wu-Tang is like that too. They're another group that's like that, whereas you knew who fit and you knew who didn't fit. And you know who stick and you know who still. You know that you was gonna see a certain member when they performed. You knew you was gonna get your favorite parts. You just ain't know when, but you knew that they were all connected in some type of way, in some type of fashion. So now when they perform, you already know one can't perform without the other either. See, that's the power. That's the magic to growing the flower. So yeah.
It's like making a meal. Those
Right.
ingredients coming together
Right.
and makes
You got to have those ingredients. So if you don't have those ingredients, then you can't put nothing out. You can't force nothing. You can't, it has to be baked the same way. You cannot change it. As soon as you change it, that's when it's a wrap.
and historically speaking, especially in hip hop, that kind of seems to be the trend too. Is usually once you see the changes, there's been so many examples where you start bringing in those extra members and things like that. Things start getting a little
Shit
shaky, and
start
then
looking fuzzy. Some shit start looking, wilding for the night. You know what I'm saying? Shit just start going haywire. You know what I mean? It's not the same. So now you're cheating your fans.
Yeah,
Now you're
definitely.
cheating the original people that bought them original albums. Instead of going out with the old logo, you added some spice to it, and they like, man, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? I want the original shirt. You know what I'm saying? I want the same logo. I don't want that extra bullshit. The fuck is they trying to do? Yeah.
So
It's
many
like they
examples.
flipped it's like if they flipped the Nike logo upside down and tried selling it to.
Yeah.
Everybody would be like, "What the fuck is going
Like, what
on
the
here?
fuck is
Why did
this, man?
Why
Right.
did they change it? Why did they change it out of the blue for no reason? It was working." And like a
Right.
lot of people sabotage their careers that way. For real, they wanted like really veer off the path that they shouldn't be veering that way, and they
Right.
do, and they, like you say, it gets a lot fuzzy, and then they lose their careers. And the way the
Right. So
media,
that's why when everybody wants it, we ain't coming when everybody want it to come. We come when we feel like it because we get in control and dictate that. I know fans be like, man, I'm waiting for it to come out. It never gonna come out. Yeah, it's gonna come out. Nah, never gonna come out. They just be teasing us. It's not that. It's them ingredients. It's those, making sure everything is the final, making sure everything before it goes out. We're not jerking ourselves or jerking our fans because we don't do shit like that. We don't come from them type of errors. But when we do come, it's going to be official. That's why I say everybody got to stay tuned.
Yeah. Now, I mean, there's already an example in the family tree too with that last Tribe album. That's a perfect example of what you're talking about, because
Right.
nobody knew about that until it was ready, and then they were
Until it
ready.
was, and exactly, and then,
Right.
and then when you listen to it, you like, oh, this that shit. This is what I've been missing. What else? But sometimes you can't feed them all the way. You gotta slowly feed them because we ain't been out in a while. So we gotta slowly feed you. Can't shoot out low because if I shoot out low, then we're done. Nah, fuck that. We gotta slowly throw you in.
Gotta ramp up the
But
machine.
right.
Yep.
So yeah.
I have a question that I ask most of the artists, especially artists that have been on tour around the world and around the country and been everywhere. Road stories. Everybody has them. They all have good ones. They all have bad ones. I want you to give us your worst and your favorite memory of being on the road. So it's a two-parter.
Well, I don't have no bad stories because every time I perform, shit get technical. Like Bon Jovi, like it gets crazy. But it has to be the best feeling of a show that I had ever was being in Santiago, Chile. And I performed Wild for the Night. Shit got brutal. So I never seen a whole bunch of motherfuckers slam dancing ever. With the fire, they had the fire thing out. They was blowing that shit. And when I started performing Wild for the Night, the shit got technical. Best shit I ever saw in my life. Or I was in North Carolina and the promoter told me don't perform Wild for the Night. He said, I'll pay you the money, just don't perform. I said, man, fuck that. I'm performing because I'm not going to shortchange the fans. I came all this way not to perform. He just begged me not to perform. He'll give me my money. He wants me to jump back on my bus. So I said, fuck that. Let me just say hello to the fans. So this shit was so packed. This girl was in the front. It was packed from the back to the floor. They picked this chick up and threw her ass in the speaker. As soon as I started doing a couple of lines from Wild for the Night, they took her and trashed her in the speaker. I was like, I ain't never seen no shit like that. I'm like, yo,
That's wild.
I gotta easy on this song because if the promoters is coming outside trying to just give me my money to leave, I'm not gonna shortchange the fans.
Nah, they came for
But
that.
he begged me. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I traveled all this way not to see my people. You gotta be fucking crazy. So I said, yo, I know why y'all here. Y'all came for me to do that shit, right? Okay. They took this fucking girl, man, and threw her ass in the speaker, man.
You're like Rey Mysterio.
Like just rammed her in the fucking speaker like she didn't even fucking matter. I said, man, there's some Grateful Dead shit. There's some Bon Jovi shit. There's some other shit. You know what I'm saying? There's some Red Man and Meth shit. This is that Wu-Tang on the next level shit. This is, when the fans is really, that's why you can't shortchange the fans. You feel me? So I'm like, man, what else is going to happen? What more can I say? Like, I don't never, because you guys are the kids that keep buying. When y'all tape is wore down and y'all CDs is wore down, y'all like, fuck it, let me just go buy another one. Damn. Absolutely. This shit is the soundtrack to my life. See how you saw it? I didn't even see it that way. I saw it another way, but you saw it another way. So again, when your tape ran down or your CD ran down or your vinyl ran down, you was that kid that went back in support. And when you got it and you opened up the plastic, see, I'm to that level. When you opened up the plastic, it came with certain things that you knew what record to go right to because you needed the updated version. But that just also let me know that this is some classic material. And you can't shortchange the fans, my dude. I cannot go on stage with the vocals in it. I will refuse to lose to go on stage to do Talk of the Town with the vocals in. Where the fuck do you do that?
That's criminal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That shit's like, you should
A
get
lot of artists should be
shit.
shot for doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of big names do.
Like, there should be a rule in the book, man. Like, you can't do that. That's why.
That's not MCing.
Huh?
Like that, I don't consider that MCing. Like, To me, there's
No,
a
it's
difference
like
between a rapper. You know what I mean? Like they're two different
it's like
things.
you might as well go to fucking Spotify and go listen to the record instead of going to the concert. At least you'll get that original shit that you bought the shit for. When you see
Yep.
the motherfucker singing along with the lyrics, that shit look crazy out here. So let me show you one thing about the squad, the Flipmode. You'll never see us do no shit like that. Ever. Just cut that shit out your diet, man. We, when it comes to the group, ain't no other group is fucking with us. We going raw. We go raw. It gets, you see Spliff and Bust, it gets technical. When we
That's
together, it really gets technical. You know what I'm saying? And we remember all our fucking lyrics. We don't
that's
slip on the
probably one of the
bars, my
problems
dude.
too. That's
Huh?
part of the problem too. Is a lot of young dudes. I mean, not that they have lyrics, but a lot of people won't remember their lyrics and they'll be like, "No, I can't do that song. I can't do this song. I can't." They'll have a set playlist of songs every single show, and they stick and they adhere to that because they don't want to go back and learn their own shit. That's kind of like you said. You got a service for the fans, so.
Yeah, man,
laziness.
that's again, it's like, why would I fucking come here, Rampage, do Wild for the Night, and he singing along with the lyrics? Yo, the motherfuckers will stone you in Chile if you did that. Motherfuckers will clown you forever. You could never come back to certain country in Amsterdam if you was doing your lyrics to your joint. There's a certain rule that you just don't do shit like that. And a lot of artists from that era gets lazy and don't know their lyrics. Get the fuck out of here. You don't get no props in the fucking game for that. So just understand. Rampage, Rod Digger, Busta Rhymes, Spliff Star, Baby Sham. You'll never catch us singing this shit with the lyrics, my dude. This shit look tango, son. You never catch my crew out there. We know the fucking lyrics, my dude. Shit is
I think
crazy. We do the shits raw.
that's like an effect of the punch-in generation, if you ask me, because it's like,
Yeah.
because me personally, when I'm recording, I always try to do the whole verse front to back, because if I can't do it then, how am I going to do it live? That's the way I
Exactly.
think.
Oh, but I don't care if you punch the shit in. If you
Which I
know the
do.
fucking shit,
Make corrections, like
if you know the shit from the beginning and you got to punch in a couple of times, that's cool. Because then when you out going live, you can't punch that shit in. You either gonna do that or you gonna fuck up.
yep.
And let me show you, we ain't fucking up. Fuck that.
And, in an option.
So, nah, fuck that. We ain't fucking up. So, yeah.
I want to take you back in time, and I got a question about Busta Rhymes. Did you see in him how that he would make it to the level that he made it to? Because he made it to like that upper echelon level of MC entertainer. Like he crossed over in a large part. He went into movies. He went and started doing all these other things. Did you see that in him when he was a kid?
Yes. That kid always went the extra mile. And first of all, that's my first cousin, so I know him more than everybody else know him. So again, he's always been a visionary. He's never been an artist that you had to box in. Notice what I just said. He's never been an artist to be boxed in. He's always been edgy, hard. He's always going to the next level. He even sees his own vision sometimes. And he always, when he has a vision, he always move forward on it. That's one thing I know about my cousin. You can never box him in because he's always taking fashion to the next level, taking MCing to the next level. He always dominate the lane that he's always in. If y'all can understand that. He's always pushing forward and he loves what he do. It ain't about no money. The money gonna come when you love what you do. And this artistry is like way beyond a lot of others. This is why I call him the eighth wonder of the world. This is why he's the lyrical nutritionist. This is why, he's Mr. Rah Rah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can dominate any lane. So when everybody was talking verses, you can't match him with a verses because just off of features, he smashed everybody. The kid got more features than everybody. So you can't match a genius who has more verses than everybody. And I'm going to sit here and wait. So when everybody was talking that verses bullshit, you can't match Busta Rhymes with nobody. It don't matter how many hits they had. The kid got more fucking features than all of them. That's like, you're going to match him with verses, and you have to technically count those verses. You got to count those scenarios. You got to count those artifacts verses. You got to count, you know what I'm saying? He got verses with people you forgot about, and then when you hear it again, you be like, damn, he was on there.
I think you got to take
dare
it
you.
outside hip hop to even
Right.
think about a fair matchup of any.
How dare you put him in the verses? No, he could just did that shit off of features alone and smash. You know what I'm saying? We could start it off with a Heavy D feature, Big Daddy Kane features. Like he has, like I was just sitting there and I was just thinking because I know, like y'all don't want a verses with him. Nobody, because he has more features than you. I don't care if y'all sold gold or platinum. The kid got more features than you. And technically, you have to count them.
Everybody else used them.
That's right.
Exactly. So, just off of features, he would murder anybody because he has the most features. And the verses wasn't corny. the verses was official. And if you notice, the verses was every ever.
That's
and
the thing.
more.
Yeah.
So
longevity is key.
Work with
he can apply some type of pressure on the motherfucking verses and smash them. So people better watch their fucking mouth and their tongue. The kid, his vision is different, man. That's why he's the dragon.
That's why he's made it to the level he's made it to.
Exactly. It's like you got to have respect and watch your tongue.
what I
remember it's like remember you watching The Drunken Monkey and motherfucker thought he fell off or whatever, but motherfuckers forgot. The Drunken Monkey is the most skillful motherfucker. He will not drop that shit. I don't care what you say. Bus is the worstest one, man. Is the deadliest one. He's the venom. Like, he put that sand in your fucking back. Like, you get hit with them golden arm powers. Like, really? This is how I'm describing it. It's like, do y'all know who the fuck this is, motherfuckers? Do I need to retell y'all who the fuck this is?
I think you might sometimes, because some of these people don't know their history at all.
Listen,
don't even make
man,
any time.
They better
crazy.
stop that shit, man. that shit is shortening their life, man. They shortening their life when they do that. So,
A lot of people don't know their history. They don't look back and show any type of respect. They just want to make their bullshit, put it out on SoundCloud, put it out on Bandcamp, try to get some money, and make the next bullshit 2 weeks from now. That's what the way the social media.
But let me just tell you, man. If you a hip hop kid, a real hip hop kid like all of us, you respect the fucking culture.
Exactly.
And you know, there's a certain guideline that we all go by. And there's a certain feeling and attitude that we have on this happy hour. There's a certain respect to get on this show. You feel me? There's a certain type of criteria you have to have on this happy hour. We're not going to have no happy-go-lucky shit. It got to be authentic. Like them fitteds, it has to be authentic. I don't know how authentic we can get. Right. It has to be authentic. It ain't no fly-by-night shit. Y'all wouldn't even have me on shit like this. Y'all know that. We know that. You know what I'm saying? So again, you got to have a certain criteria to be on this platinum show, this real authentic show. So again, those who get mad because they didn't make y'all show, they got to fix their face. They wasn't authentic.
Tell them something. I want to ask you a question about the big news that's in hip hop now, and it's the Tupac situation, man. Like that.
Man, let me tell you something. I don't even want to talk about that Tupac situation. Let me just. Only thing I'm gonna say is, I wish the homie just rest in peace, man. Everybody just need to rest his soul, man. His soul needs to just be rested, because again, he was such an influence on the community, on our community. His soul needs to rest. Everybody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about that. Everybody's fucking confused. Let me show you. That's a fucking mystery. Biggie shit was a mystery. And guess what? We're never going to find out. And guess what? They're going to keep making movies. And guess what? They're going to keep exploiting and making money off of it. But I will tell you this. There comes a time when enough is enough. There comes a time when enough is enough. And for our brothers that's never going to return, I pray for their families. May they rest in peace, because their soul needs to be rested. We've been dragging this out for too fucking long. We need to make sure that their soul is rested, instead of keep putting a prior. And this one said this, and this. Yo, man, I don't got no time for that shit. I'm trying to get back to the game. I'm trying to give the fans some quality shit. All that shit is just stopping. It's just fucking up the vibe. Shit ain't got nothing to do with us. But everybody keep talking about it. So I'm not going to waste my happy hour talking about that shit. I'm good.
It's a waste of time anyway. Even if they decide to do something at this point about it, it's been so long. And it's like, we ain't going to know nothing for years anyway at this point, as slow as they move on everything else. And they don't even want to know. Let's be honest. If they did, they would have done something a long time ago. So it's all.
My man, whatever. That's what I'm saying. So again, I'm not going to waste my happy hour on that shit. Not I. I just wish everybody rest in peace. And I want you to, and I had a chance meeting Pac. He was always a great dude. Biggie was my dude. Y'all know that. So, again, those guys was great dudes, man. That's all I could say, man. They was authentic. Believe that. Those dudes were great MCs, man. Those dudes had some things about themselves, and they were similarly alike. Again, Pac, rest in peace. Big, rest in peace. That's all I could say. Back to the happy hour.
Now, one thing I was curious
right.
I'm curious about how you felt about this whole new wave of I want to call it New York, because it's not New York exclusive, but it comes out of New York because, in my opinion, it started with Rock Marciano, and he's the one that really kind of started this new sound and everything, which I think is dope, because he did start off under you guys.
One thing I can say about Rock Marciano, man, he's very iconish. He's always been fly. He sets trends. And that vision that he had, it came to pass. He was a visionary. So big up to him. It's my brother forever. Love him to death. You right, that wave of the game, the Dusty, the Underground, the rhyming on the slow things that created, like he birthed that swaggy, that ragooey, that Mercy Lago, that you know, that underground motherfuckers are scared to touch. He sets the wave for that. So anytime and it's crazy because it needs to be more recognized. You know, again, it needs to be really out there. You know, I like Rock Mars. He's always been he always had iconic bars. You know what I'm saying? He sets that thing off like he has his own wave that's so strong. Like you gotta catch it. You cannot be in a concert and not understand how fly he come on there with the dope pants with the Murcielago out there with the most dustiest record, but the bars is like stupid. Like
So
again,
fly.
he comes from greatness. Rock Marcy is greatness. You know, anything after that, you know what I'm saying, is just the babies of the greatness. You know what I'm saying? So big up to Rock Mars.
Well, Stove
There's
God
only
2
certain
coming.
levels of genius.
I mean, dope seeing the next gen.
Definitely. I'm a fan.
A lot of interviewers ask about your Mount Rushmore, this and that, who you got up on your Mount Rushmore. I don't want to ask that question. I want you to build me an MC out of existing MCs, past, present, portraits,
If I was gonna
technicalities.
build the MC, if I was gonna
You,
build an MC, I would start the MC from Grandmaster Cass. Then I would merge it with a KRS-One. Then I would merge it with a Busta Rhymes. And then I would merge it with a Just Ice. And then I would merge it with a Q-Tip. And then I would merge it with a MF Doom. And then I would merge it with a Rock Moss. And then I would merge it with a Rod Digger. And then I would merge it with a Rampage. And then I probably merge it with a Mos Def. And then I would merge it with I would merge it with
Anticipation.
right?
a
Well,
EPMD, or I merge it with
American Paris making dollars.
a Wu Tang. Then I would merge it with an X Clan. Then I merge it with a Public Enemy, and then I merge it with a Cool J, and then I would merge it with an MC Light, and then I would merge it with a Stetson Sonic, or I merge it with a Milk D, with a Beastie Boys, with a sprinkle of Third Base. Well, then I would merge it with
he went
an
deep into
Eminem.
the spice closet, through all the spices together.
Yeah. I would that thing would have so many real hip hop authentic spices. I would throw some Flatbush Zombie up in there. Then I probably merge it with a Sick Jack, and then I throw a Ill Bill in there. You know what I'm saying? Then I throw a Cypress Hills in there, right? And then I would throw a Das Effects '90s pack up in there. Then I throw a special ed I got it made pack up in there. Then I will mix that and throw some raw bass up in there. And then I throw some Griselda in it towards the end. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, then I would add a couple of Rakim packs up in there with a little bit of Marley Marl, a little bit of Scratch, a little bit of Knox, a little bit of Easy Mo B. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm shaking it up. And then I'm like, damn, let me throw some PRT in there. Let me throw some Killer Army up in there. Let me throw some Redman and Meth up in there. Let me throw some Queen Latifah in there. Let me throw some Naughty up in there. Let me like this. I'll probably be there for at least.
You cooking for hours, bro.
I throw some Onyx juice in there too. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of shot skills. You know what I'm saying? And then I throw some CL and a little Pete Rock juice up in there with some large Professor Main sauce. You know what I'm saying? And then, live from the barbecue, I throw in Nas. You know what I'm saying? When hell, I went to hell for slapping Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, like
Cold. Oh shit.
So
It'll be some Mob Deep. It'll be some Mob Deep 2 albums up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So when you mix all this together and you pour this out, who embodies hip hop in its purest form that's out there right now to you? Who the new guys? Who's out there that you got your hair on?
One of my favorite MCs is Graph.
Your Graph is dope.
Griselda, Benny, The Machine. That's it. That's all I'll be checking for.
Sounds similar to
Rock Marciano. That's it, man. That's all I'll be checking for.
There's a dope wave of new artists coming up that are young dudes. That
It's a couple of them. I can't. It's a couple of them. I can't point on them right now, but it's a couple of them. Couple of females. A couple of, couple of Yo, you know who I like? Those Contra dudes.
Oh, Coast
Contra.
Yeah,
those dudes is phenomenal.
How they bounce off each other and shit is crazy.
Man.
That reminds me of like y'all.
Man, like if the game is like that, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it's still there. That like, it's crazy
you
know
what that shit? You know what that remind me of? That Coast Contra. When I hear it, you know what it remind me of? Leaders in Tribe.
Definitely.
It reminds me of Hieroglyphics. Remind me of them. Remind me of Farside, Hieroglyphics, Leaders in Tribe. Mixed in one.
Yep, and that's dope too. That's kids too, two of them.
Huh?
I said two of them are Razkaz's kids too, which is dope.
Right.
Second generation come up like that.
So big up the Razkaz, but that's what them groups remind me of. Them groups mixed into one.
I could see that too.
I'm sure that was their influence coming up too, and you could tell in their music
that shit is
their influence.
Yeah. Them and Griselda is my shit.
Yeah, Griselda stays in my rotation.
Shaw, before we get to rapping,
Griselda remind me of the Wu-Tang. Griselda remind me of the Wu-Tang times a million.
Definitely, it's definitely got that same like grime to it. That's what I love about it. It's like,
but I think they're more lyrical.
Overall, yeah, because there's only 3 of them. You know what I mean?
But it sounds like it's 20 of them.
Right. But that's how powerful they are, and it's crazy. That whole movement is just dope. And what they've been able to do is keep their independence while making major moves at the same time.
Right. So, yeah. That Griselda shit is something special. Something special for our day's culture. Yeah.
Definitely.
That shit is big. that shit is iconic big.
Yeah, when they
So
look back on these days, they're gonna look at them like they look now. People look at Death Row, Bad Boy, and like Rockefeller. I think
nah, you can't look at them like that. You gotta look at them like Wu-Tang.
yes,
When Wu-Tang, to protect your neck, Wu-Tang.
yeah, early grimy Wu-Tang, like
Early grimy Wu-Tang.
before the flood.
Right. When you knew if you said Wu-Tang anywhere in the world, that shit was packed, regardless. Wu-Tang
Beautiful.
shit is packed, regardless. They got forever fan base. So big up to Wu-Tang too. Big up to Nas, man. And just
Yeah,
big up
Nas
to
is crazy.
yo, like seeing them dudes on the road, man, got me inspired.
Oh yeah, I mean, how could you not see Nas at what 50 years old now? It's still putting out like music of that quality, especially in hip hop. You don't see any artists be able to do that. Hell, nobody's done that really.
Nope.
Well, Busta, you could say Busta has. Busta's been around the whole time Nas has. A little longer.
But them dudes,
But they're
Nas
different.
inspires me, man. Wu-Tang inspired me. Ghostface Killer inspires me, man. These the dude, like, I love Ghostface Killer, man. I ain't even gonna front, man. Just certain method, man. I can only speak for me. These are certain cats that, again, they very iconic. You know who they be, regardless if they put out records or not. They got some verses. I'm a fan of my own self, you know what I'm saying? So again, it's only certain people that's iconic to me. You know what I'm saying? That whole Wu-Tang shit is iconic. You guys, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has a moment in there over there.
Oh hell yeah.
Inspector Deck. Oh my. Yeah, did y'all hear that new joint they did with
Czarface joint? With Nems?
With
that too.
Static Selector.
Oh yeah, the Wu-Tang one with Meth.
My
Ghost
dude,
and,
let me show you. I gotta bring this back. I gotta say this. If Static Selector did a Wu-Tang album like that, oh my stars, man.
Yeah, it should be fire.
Yo, that record, I don't know, man. They need to bring that shit back. That record is, do they got a video for that?
I don't remember seeing one, but there might be. There might be.
Yeah, they need a video for that shit, man.
There should be one for that.
Yo, that record is so incredible. The feeling of it is dope.
And that's what it is. It gives you that feeling.
I'm like, damn. Like, you just can't. I could play that record 20 times. It just makes me feel like, damn, yo, I'm ready to go on the road with these niggas. Like, seriously, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to. This put the pack in my vibe.
He's like, let's go.
That's Status Selector, man. He's
you listen to a big show on it.
It do.
You know what I mean? That's my favorite
I
shit.
don't know. That record perfect. That record is a perfect record that fits them.
It does. You're absolutely right.
That fits them. When I say that fits them like a glove, I just wish Static Selector just did a whole Wu-Tang EP like that. It doesn't even got to be an album. It should be an EP like that.
Talk to RZA. Make it happen.
Man.
Rampage
I was like, did anybody listen to this? When I first got it, it's like, anybody listening to this? This shit is stupid. Made me a fan all over again.
Yo, and Deck been doing it at a high level lately too with all those Czarface albums.
Man, Inspector Deck sounding like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, hold up. Like, hold, pause. Everybody got pause. Are y'all listening to this record? Man, I had to rethink my shit. Like, hold up. I'm like, shit. Wow. Static Selector. I'm trying to do I'm gonna keep it real, man. I'm trying to do a joint with Static Selector, man. Fuck it. I want to do a whole EP with Static Selector. I want to do a you know, I spoke to Premier a couple of times too. And you know, it's gonna come, man. I know I'm gonna get a joint from Primo.
I would love to do that.
Sure. And I seen him at the Hip Hop 50 of Rock the Bells, and he said he definitely gonna slide the kids something when he get unbusy. But I'm definitely, and I also spoke to Pete Rock also. So you know, if I get them joints, so I definitely want a joint from Static. I want a joint from Pete, and I want a joint from Primo, and probably one more person, and I put out an EP, which is that.
Maybe some Nas or something.
We'll be waiting for it. We're coming to the end, man. We're coming to the end of the Hip Hop Happy Hour, and I gotta say, man, it's been a great episode. I appreciate you coming on. It's been an honor. You're a legend. Like I don't throw that word around loosely. I don't like to throw that word around loosely, but you've been doing it. You've been doing it for decades, and you deserve your flowers. You deserve your respect. So, salute to you, my man. Salute to you.
Salute, man. Thank y'all for having me on the Happy Hour.
Oh yeah.
Tell us where we can find all your music. Plug
man,
away.
You can find me on the World Wide Web. Y'all can find me, Rampage Last Boy Scout, on the World Wide Web. I'm on Instagram at The Real Rampage. I'm on Instagram at The Real Rampage and Rampage The Last Boy Scout. Salute to MJ, the best publicist in the world, and salute to you guys. And remember, Flipmode is still a squad. Don't get it fucked up. Yep.
Yeah, man. Yep. Thank you.
Shout out to MJ. Shout out to Flipmode. Shout out to Rampage. Thank you again for co-hosting with me. I know we had a couple of technical difficulties, but we live and we do it live, and that's what happened. You already know. So yeah,
I got y'all. Whatever y'all, we got to do a part 2. So whenever y'all ready, let's go.
Oh, for sure. We reaching out. But yeah,
thanks.
It's been a great night. Again, thank you so much, and everyone, peace.
Peace.
Peace, y'all. Thanks again, man.